So I'm going to go over four things today. I'm going to explain what link farms are. I'm going to talk about why they used to work, and then why they don't work, and then I'm going to talk about some linking strategies that do work. So a link farm is basically when you get a whole bunch of websites to link to one website, and those websites that are doing the linking are pretty much worthless. You either build them or buy them only for the links. So what would happen sometimes back in the late 90s, early 2000 is you would have your one website. I'm just going to call it domain.com for now. And then people would recognize that Google and Yahoo ranked websites higher based on having a lot of links. So they'd say, all right, well, I'm going to go buy site1.com, site2.com, site3.com. I'm going to go buy all these websites, and I'm going to put up links to my main domain, the one that I want to rank really well. And at that time, the search engines weren't anywhere near as sophisticated as they are today, and you could get away with it. They were using fairly simple algorithms by today's standards that in some cases just looked at the total number of links as an important quality indicator. So, as the search engines were just, starting to take money from investors and add engineers to their teams and make their crawling abilities and their algorithms and all their computer software more sophisticated, there was a window of probably 3 to 4 years where you could run a strategy like this very successfully and make a lot of money. But over time, the search engines got better because basically because Google's not stupid. They spend a lot of time and money trying to make sure that their algorithm works, and they're only ranking websites that have a lot of good quality links pointed to them. So there was a point where this level of sophistication got figured out, and the search engines just kind of ignored it. And then some people just wised up and said, all right, well, we're going to play by Google's rules. We're not going to try to deceive Google. We're going to try to, focus on building high quality links. And then you had what I would say more black hat, edgy, risk-taking kind of guys that would say, all right, well, if, I've got my main domain registered to, my name, let's say John Doe, and this one's registered to John Doe, and this one's registered to John Doe, and this one's registered to John Doe, then yeah, Google can figure that out. So let's just try to play some more tricks on Google. And then they would do it like this. So they'd say, all right, site1.com is going to be hosted on GoDaddy, and it's going to be registered under the name New Corp Inc. And then on site 2, I'm going to host it on Rackspace, and it's going to belong to a company called Instacorp, and so on and so forth, where they would just host all these domains on different hosting services and register them under different names so that it didn't look like the same person owned all of these different websites. And yeah, for a while you could get that to work, and the main domain would rank well, but it doesn't take very long for Google to catch on to this stuff, and none of these tactics have worked for many years. I'm going to go up a slide. It was around 2003 when a lot of SEOs started seeing this strategy fail. Google figured it out and really clobbered a bunch of sites that were doing it, just pushed them really far down in the search engine rankings, so they got no traffic, and they pretty much lost all their investment in the main domain. And it wasn't too long, maybe another year or two, so like 2004, 2005-ish, somewhere around there, where Google then figured out this one. And most people have learned that you're better off just kind of playing by the rules and not trying to game the system, but trying to build good high quality links and build a great website, and that's the way to go about ranking well in search engines. But there are always some people that will focus on putting more energy and effort into trying to game the system than to just building a good product. This kind of person who refused to do any homework during high school and spent a ton of time trying to figure out how to cheat on the test. Those kind of people tend to not get very far in life, and I would suggest that you don't mess around with any of this stuff. It's been many years since any of it worked. And Google, even if you can find some permutation where you put in a ton of work and a ton of investment to get a link farm like this to work, Google's just going to keep getting smarter every single year. And they're a company worth more than $150 billion. They've got more than 10,000 engineers. They will figure out any kind of spam tactic that you can invent. So it's just really not worth it. But there are a lot of legitimate linking tactics and on-page SEO tactics that you can use. And I highlight a lot of them in some of my other videos. I've got one about legitimate link building. How does it work? And the one lesson I want to leave you with is that none of the legitimate strategies are going to be really quick and easy. If you come across any kind of SEO consultant that's saying, hey, just pay me $99 and I'll get your site to rank #1 overnight, it's never going to happen. Any legitimate linking strategy is going to require some time and effort, but you can do it. If you're willing to put some time and effort into it, you can get your sites to rank well for certain keywords. And